What's up, everybody? We are here in the car because I have to charge my phone. So Pouncer and I thought maybe we check in and see if anybody wants to see him eating my pens. Because everything is a toy to Pouncer. Everything is a toy, especially me. Yeah. How about we don't eat the pens? What do you think of that? What about we don't eat the pens and you be a good boy? He's such a sweetie. So, you never listen. You never listen. It's just like your dad. You guys never listen. The thing with the servals are gonna be servals. Yeah, I know you do what you want. I get it. I get it. I know. Pouncer has so many more spots than stripes. It's funny. Most servals have like an equal amount of ink. You know what I'm saying? They use as much ink for the lines, for the stripes, as the spots. But they use more ink on him for the dots. I guess when the angels made him. Why are you eating my pens, bro? What are you thinking? I don't know. Are there many people at night that sit in their cars with their servals and charge their phone? Maybe. There may be. We don't know. We don't know. We just do our lives. And this is his Christmas outfit, which he tried to eat. Yeah. Look at those ears. Anyone know what a Ferengi is? If you know what a Ferengi is, and they look just like Pouncer. Pouncer's a Ferengi. You look like Clark. What are you gonna do to me? What are you gonna do to me, crazy? What are you gonna do to me? Yeah, my hands are scratched up, by the way. Hey, Micah Cow, how you doing? The reason they're scratched up is because I was tickling his belly, and the right thing to do is to give him a toy when you tickle his belly, but I just sucked it up, because you have a limited time during which you can bond with them, my little babies, but maybe it wasn't the smartest thing I ever did in my life. But he's a good boy. But he's a good boy. He's so sweet. You're so sweet. When Swaggers was his age, he didn't really scratch like that and he tickled his belly. He would just try to bite your hand off if he tried. So, it's different with him. He doesn't mean to scratch, and I just cut his nails. Thanks, Frank. How you doing, buddy? He doesn't like when I cut his nails one bit. Not one bit. But he doesn't do anything about it. He just yells at me. He just makes this weird sound. It's funny that, servals hiss. Swaggers hisses. You've seen Swaggers hissing. He happened to my hand. I'll tell you in a second. But he won't hiss. This boy won't hiss. When I tickle his belly, he scratches me, right? Badly. And all you gotta do is give him a toy, and they'll scratch that, and you cut their nails and everything. But foolishly, because when you get them, you have from when they're 6 weeks till they're 10 weeks to bond with them. Then you're bonded, and so I figured it would be all right just to not wear. Now I wear a glove. I trimmed his nails, which I should have done, and I use a distraction toy. You can see I haven't been scratched. You can see it's a couple of days. It's healing, but yeah, he got me good. It's all from tickling his belly. It's not just one hand. It's two. You should see my legs. The legs aren't from belly tickling, are they? No, that's because he goes under the blanket and tries to get my toes. Sheeta, what's up, Gracie and Mittens? How you doing? It's really when he makes it a habit to bite things. Yeah, he won't bite. He doesn't really bite things like furniture. My house is serval proof. There's nothing he can really damage. But he's teething. They get new teeth. So he'll nibble on things, but he never. Thank you. He never really bites hard. No, he's a serval. Serval. How did you get him? My other cat is his dad. So I cut a deal. There were 3 babies, and you could take money or you could take a kitten. So I saw him, and I was like, yo, I'll take this baby. I'll take the boy. I'll take the boy. There were 2 girls and a boy. Kenki Ken, what's up? I can identify any cat breed from a photo. Wow. I think I can with most cats, but they get into so many esoteric type of domestic cats, and sometimes the big cats I can confuse one with the other. Pumas and panthers. They're hard to get. They are hard to get. They're expensive. Yeah, I never paid for them, but they go for like $5,000. You'd have to be crazy. But if you read the biography in the bio, in my bio, you'll see like Swagger's. I didn't buy him; he was more or less a rescue. And this here is his son, even though he's got so many more spots than stripes, which is so weird. He doesn't act like Swagger's. He acts so different. He's such a good boy, though. Not that Swagger's wasn't. Swagger's just more aggressive, You know how he is. He hisses at every little thing. They pack a huge bite. If you only knew. I could post pictures of things that Swagger's done to me that would be banned by YouTube. You're a cat expert. Nice. I wish you had more of those in the world. Do you like the things that Jackson Galaxy says? You consider him an expert too? I like the things he says. And Pouncer is also a cat expert. We have lots of cats that live outdoors that I feed here. And guess how old you are? Oh, I don't know. You do a bit. I don't even know what gender you are. I guess you're 27. Now, maybe you're like 16 since you're asking me. So I'd say like you're 16, probably like a young person just getting started. I don't know. But Gracie is a good jiu-jitsu name. You're 12. Oh, wow. And I made this not for kids. Well, tell me the facts you know. Pouncer is an expert, so he knows a couple of facts about cats. He knows that the cats that live here won't play with him. And I don't know why. There's really cute cats here. Mama Nova, how are you? Ah, thank you. He loves you too. Yeah, you'll see I just posted something. We went outside. We're in the car charging my phone. We went out there where the outdoor cats come to eat. And, Pouncer's so nice to them, but they won't play with him. It really is kind of sad. It's like, I can't believe it's actually a thing. It's like racism. They just sort of put him in the corner, They all go and do their things. And Pouncer just sits there so politely, and they just turn away from him and they eat. And they love each other, they'll kiss each other right in front of him. It's really kind of disturbing. I don't know. I guess I get more disturbed than him. Sorry, buddy. I feel bad about that. I really do. There's a fact. Rico says hi. Thanks. Briley Murphy, how are you tonight? Look at this face. Look at it. It's so cute. Your face is so cute it should be illegal. I know you're teasing, buddy. I know. Swaggers. Pouncer, he ate a lot today. Then he asked for more. That cat is so cute. Thank you, SXN Burst. That's his face. I don't mean to be arrogant, but it melts me. It just melts me when he looks at me with that face. It looks like it's like the cat in Shrek that was just too cute. No one could keep attacking him. You're just too cute. Make the face. When he lies on his back and he puts his feet up like a kangaroo. Cats are so perfect and cute. They are. I think cats bring out the best in people too. I know people like you watch the shows about prisoners that get cats, and like these crazy people suddenly like it brings out like a part of them that's like sweet and they're good to the cats, and like no one expects that to happen, but it does. Because what's not to love? If you need any advice, I can help. Thank you, appreciate that. I do. I'm always looking for advice. You wish to have one like that? Go for it, man. If you want to have one like that. All I say is if you're going to buy a cat, if you buy one, just also adopt one. I just think that's the right thing to do. If I were to buy a cat, I would adopt a rescue also. I watch those shows too. I watch multiple documentaries on cats. So cute, kitty. Yeah, me too. Thank you, IIBXLLA. Don't know how to pronounce that. He appreciates it. Don't be sad, Pouncer. Don't be sad. Are you sleepy? Are you just sleepy? He's a serval. If a serval cat were to get married with a regular cat and have babies, those would be savanna cats. Now, savanna cats have little serval in them. So they're a little crazy. But he's supposed to be totally crazy. But I don't think that, Pouncer knows he's a wild animal. Hey, Ricky, thank you. Thank you, Mama Nova. It's like he doesn't act wild. I mean, I've known lots of servals. Yeah, savanna cats are cute. They can jump. Servals can jump like 14, 15 feet. But Swaggers and his son here, they're scared of heights, which I know is embarrassing. I know, I'm sorry to tell you a secret, but he's scared of heights. Some don't. What's up, Gabrielle? How you doing? My friend tried to... Oh my god. Wow, someone just said something really crazy here. Let's not keep this person. Yeah, someone just left a message that... something that shouldn't be shown. Yeah, I don't want Pouncer to see something like that. He's just a baby. And plus, we have 12-year-olds here. Yeah, it's a show for kids. Even though I put no kids, I'm happy to have you. Thank you for coming and for having a look at Pouncer. He's really very sweet. I wouldn't recommend going out and getting one. And, just so you know, they're not legal in most states. They're legal in, South Carolina, North Carolina, Alabama, Nevada, Tennessee, without a permit. And then they're legal in some states like Florida and Pennsylvania with a permit. But in most states, they're not legal. Even savanna cats, the children they would have if they were to breed with a regular cat, they're not always legal. So, like, take New York, which is very stringent with animals. In New York, a savanna cat isn't legal unless it's an F5. So, if a serval breeds with a regular cat, the first litter, those would be F1s. Then, if they have babies with regular cats, now you have F2s and F3s and so on. So in New York, they want so little serval blood that you can't have a savanna cat unless it's F5 or below. So, depends on the state. The south, or is that a word? The more south you go, the less strict it is. But you have to remember that if a state says yes to any animal that they're legal, putting aside Wisconsin, if they say yes that an animal is legal, that just means that the local municipality, the city or the county, whatever it may be, whoever makes the animal ordinances, they can say yes or they can say no. There's no guarantee they're going to say yes. And what tends to happen is cities say no, or there's any substantial congregation of people, and the smaller rural areas, they tend to say yes. In places that are less populated, people have more land. So it depends. But this boy here, he's a sleepy kitty. Because all he does is play. That's what they do. Servals just play. And if you're not willing to play all day, that's another thing. Like, you have to just play. He's either awake, playing, or he's sleeping. And they'll just eat while they're playing. They'll have a little morsel here and there. But it's just part of the playing. These are the only cats that'll choose play over. You're going to really nod off here? Seriously, I go live on YouTube for you to become famous, for you to be a star. This is America's Got Talent for you. And this is what you do, huh? This is what you do with your opportunity. It goes to sleep. Well, you want to count his spots? You'd be surprised how many spots they have. I tried to count Swaggers. I got into the thousands. If you really look carefully, you'll see it does go into the thousands. Swaggers his are easier to count. Swaggers has so many that you can't tell if that's stripes or spots. With him, it's pretty easy. He looks like a cheetah, doesn't he? Like he has mostly spots. Supposedly, servals are the only cats that have spots and stripes. I don't believe that, but that's what Google and so on will tell you. A lot of people. And they hiss. That's another weird thing about Pouncers. He just never hissed, which is really weird. They all hiss. God knows that Swaggers, he hisses a lot. I don't know. He's just his own person. Right now, he's a sleepy one. I don't really want to wake him up, to be honest. I feel like he's sleeping. But on the other side of that, the more he sleeps here, the more he's going to drive me crazy in bed. Because in bed, man, all he wants to do is go under the blanket and bite my toes, to play with. He loves to play with my toes. And I don't want to sleep with shoes on. It's enough with gloves. But he's a good boy. He just wants to play. That's what they do. They're also one of the most expensive breeds. Savannah cats are crazy. Savannah cats cost way more than serval cats. The color is perfect. Now, you spell color like someone from Europe. You have an O and a U. Are you from England or something? Are they hyper? Oh, God. From Canada. Yeah, they're so hyper. They're constantly hyper. Is Pouncer good with the litter box? Pouncer is very good with the litter box. He always uses his litter box. Swaggers is okay, but he often misses. He has bad aim. Pounce is very good. Also, if your cat gets sick, I dealt with multiple problems with my cats. That's dope. Your cat looks so unique and cute. Thank you, Henry. That's quite a name. Henry the Poodle and Cinnamon the Shih Tzu. Cool. Watch out for Haitians. He's perfect. Yes, let him become a star. You're a star, buddy. What do you feed him? Ho and Guyan. I have a lot of friends whose last name's Nguyen. Are you by chance AJ? What do I feed him? I feed him a grind. It has chicken necks, turkey necks. It's got psyllium husk and salmon oil, and it's got quarters of chickens and chicken hearts and gizzards and livers and a special wild cat food that's like a dry cat food that I grind up with it, and bone husks, minerals. There's other stuff I'm forgetting, but you grind it all up. I made videos on it, and then he eats it. But now he's getting to the point where he can eat whole prey. Healthy, he eats good, very nice. He does. And, it's really messy, and it gets all over your hands, and it's kind of gross, unless, you're into cooking. I like to cook, So, I've always wondered, if you were to take that food and make it into a burger, what would it, take out the cat food, you made it into a burger, I wonder, would it be so terrible? It's mostly just chicken. I don't know. I've often wondered. What kind of prey? Quail, baby quail, chicks, mice, rats. He'll eat duck heads, which are disgusting. Ducks, chickens that are whole, not live, but whole. Geese, name it. Anything that's their size or smaller. You did that. You made cat food into a burger. I hope you didn't eat it. I wasn't really kidding, to be honest, but I don't. Maybe I shouldn't have said that with you here. But I'm just saying that it's mostly chicken, and if it has the bone in it and everything's ground up, I'm thinking maybe it's good for calcium, but I don't know what I'm talking about. It was your cat's birthday. When's your cat's birthday? Does he puke a lot after eating? No. I don't think he's ever puked once in his life. Not yet. It's easier, I find, with the litter box when they have pine pellets instead of regular cat litter with servals. So I crushed up some treats and mixed it with liquid. Oh, that's nice for his birthday. You know what you're talking about. Does he like fish? He hasn't had fish yet. I like giving him fish, just the salmon oil. Hey, Melanie, he's a serval. So it's with an S, S-E-R-V-A-L. Then you shaped it. Did you make it look like things like pretzels? What lifespan? They live forever, like 30-something years. And on top, some more liquid trays. I tell you, for a little kid, you type really fast. Treats. Do you ever feel like you're your cat's slave? You ever just sort of look at one like this, he's sleeping, his belly's all filled up, he's all played out, and you realize he owns me. Everything I do is for him. Do you ever feel like that, or is it just me? I do it for them. So do I. That's my whole point. They own you. He's your buddy. He's like my best buddy. I do it all for them. That's sweet. That's what it should be. It should be about that. Boy, how did you get a cheetah? Isn't that illegal? He's not a cheetah. He's a serval. Everything. I love cats. He's your star. He is. He is. And I was really sick, and he makes me better. Does he talk to you? Always. He does. In his own way, he does. And, I was bitten by a snake, if you don't know, the most venomous snake in the world. And I had a tough recovery ahead of me. And, it was hard to be as active as I was, doing jiu-jitsu and everything. But now with him, he goes, he makes me do things like go to a different park every day, and then we run. Like, he's been really a good friend. It keeps me healthy. He really has been. And, instead of waking up late, instead of getting up at whatever hour on a weekend, he makes very sure I'm up like 5 Eastern brown snake. Oh no, I got bit by an inland taipan. Those are from Australia also, and those are also elapids. They're not unrelated. Where do you live? We're in South Carolina. And of course here they're legal. But again, the legalities are a tricky thing. So Gracie and Mittens is Gracie is the name of your cat? And Mittens too? I had a cat named Mittens. How do you run with cat? Oh, he goes on this leash. Look at the videos. Look at the videos. We go to a different park every day. Although we're running out of parks. And we run. And then he likes to suddenly... Paul, he'll just stop. Like Gracie, that's a nice name. He'll just run, like sprint, and then stop. So almost like I fall over him, like it's on purpose. Mittens went missing. What happened? That's no good. Missing outside. But Paul, the thing is, like in the wild, when they see a bird or whatever the prey may be, they just launch at it. They'll run really fast, or they'll jump, and that's it. Then they're tired. They're not used to running long distances. So no idea. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. So, when I run with him, I have to really be careful because he suddenly just stops right in front of me. I've lost 3 cats to Mother Nature. I'm sorry. That's always hard. A Bengal. Oh, they're cool. I love them. They have like rosettes. Does he or her bite you? He doesn't bite me. Hi, KK and JJ first. You subscribed. Oh, thank you. No, he's a serval. Yeah, he means Bengal. He doesn't bite me. Like, if I would have... I don't want to wake him up. But he'll put his teeth on my hand, but he'll never squeeze. But if I give him a toy, he'll, bite it really hard. So he's very sweet. He doesn't bite, no. He really doesn't. But he'll put your finger in his mouth, but he won't close at all. You'll just feel that his teeth are there. Well, I appreciate anyone who subscribed. And I think it's nice to share the whole journey and, have you watch him from his babyhood on. You know what I'm saying? Like, in a year from now, you can say, I knew Pounce when he was just a little baby. If you're ever in the neighborhood, come meet him. Pouncer, it's good for him to meet people, and people of different sizes, and also different animals, so that he doesn't freak out when he meets them for the first time. So he knows all sorts of kids, and he knows tall people, short people. He's very good with people. He's good with cats. He doesn't really know what a dog is. He's 10 weeks old. KK and JJ. Sam and Colby fans, obviously. And time is going fast. It's just crazy. So, he was down in Alabama with swaggers where his mom is and stuff. I'm gonna pet her, she turn around, bite, ooh, and then go back, pet like she didn't do it. Yeah, they do that, Paul, right? Then they just totally pretend they're innocent, like swaggers will do like the most atrocious, terrible thing, like things I won't even mention, and then go on the couch and just, sleep like nothing happened, like he's king of the world. Look at this face. Yeah, they know they own us. You ever see the videos about Turkey? Like Istanbul and Turkey, about how there's cats everywhere and they just accept them and everyone takes care of them. No one owns them. No one has a cat. But everyone takes care of the ones that are outside, and they leave out food and they have places to sleep, and like everyone in the country takes care of them. Do you guys ever see those videos? It's worth looking into. Just Type in something like cats in Turkey or something. And they also do the same with dogs. Try not to associate your hand with a toy. Exactly. If you do, consider your hand a toy. Yeah, be very careful. I will. And that's so true. Yeah, the toy is really like a decoy. It's like, take this, not that. Because otherwise you get hands like mine. And, you know, one veterinarian told me to Cat Island in Japan. I didn't know there was a place called Cat Island. Mine Bengal coat looking at glitter. Oh, your Bengal's looking at glitter now? I'm not sure what you meant. I'm missing cat. Very bruised and scratched up. Yeah, it's gonna happen. If you have a cat, you're gonna have something to show for on your hands. It's just inevitable. But it shouldn't be bad. It's good to have a scratching post, and again, the toys, and if they are scratching the furniture, there are things you can do, like there are these little things that blow air on them. If they're even like on the furniture, if you don't want them on the furniture, and there's stuff you could spray that smells bad to them on the furniture, and there's all sorts of stuff. But it should never be like a punishment. I don't think it should be more like replacing. Although the air, I guess, is the punishment. It should be more like replacing one thing with another. Like the toy is good instead of your hands, and if like they're going outside, that running through the front door all the time, and you give them a little place to sit on, what's higher up, so they could see what's going on outside when you open the door. Like you replace what they want with something that they need, and then you're happy and they're happy. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I get out of that guy Jackson Galaxy. He seems to have that kind of philosophy. Their coat is shining like glitter. Yeah, they're beautiful. Bengals, I love them. He's sassy sometimes, aren't they all? Sassy's a cute name for a girl cat. I looked at some videos, but he's all love. God love him, yeah. Fur is like a glitter. Yeah, those guys just shine. They're beautiful. Very important to have places to hide. Absolutely. And those trees are good for them. As far as Bengals, though, people say Bengals are from Asian leopard cats, ALCs, but I don't believe that for a second. The ALCs, they're very nocturnal and they're not friendly. If anyone has a sheet press plywood, that's cool. His name is Pouncer. Oh, he's starting to dream. I always wonder what he dreams about. What do you dream about, buddy? I guess he dreams about playing. He's got tennis balls to dream about. He's got all sorts of toys. He's got a giant squid, a medium squid, and a little squid. Do they come from ALCs? People say that. I don't believe that for a second. Yes, he has nails. The ALCs. I work with them. They don't really love people. They're beautiful, and I love them, but they don't really want to be around people. Like, just look them up. Look how they behave. Then look at a Bengal cat. They're not really wild animals. They look like they are, but they're not. People think they are, but they're really not. They're adorable. They're beautiful. I'd love one, but they're not wild. Not that that's good or bad. Personality does not get passed on in genes. Temperament. Some animals are bred for temperament. That's not entirely true. Temperament can be passed on in genes. It's been done many times and proven. Yeah, he's got nails. Anyway, the Asian leopard cats are, if you look at them, you could see how nocturnal they are. So most people aren't going to be up with them at night. And just the Bengals, when they play, they have nothing to do with them. They're just sweet, nice. They're not standoffish like the ALC. I don't believe for a second. And their coats don't even look the same. So I just don't buy it. Your uncle owns one. It likes him and his wife. That's good. Look at this boy. We're here talking and thinking and learning stuff, and look at him. I mean, we're learning about cats. Shouldn't he be learning about people? Wouldn't that stand to reason? Then he goes into like the REM stage of sleep and he starts to talk. He likes to talk, but he doesn't hiss. I kind of want him to hiss, to be honest. No offense, Pouncer. I don't want them to be mad. This one doesn't have pointy ears. Do they usually? I don't know. I think they're pretty pointy. They're not sharp, you know. This is how they are. They're not usually. Oh, you're thinking of a caracal cat, I bet. Very interested. Hey, Brandon. Thanks for coming. I appreciate your interest. How high can he jump? He's scared of heights. Servals can jump like 14 to 16 feet. But some are scared. Right now, he's just a baby. You know, he jumps, he flies a little bit, but not high, a couple of feet. He'll be able to jump very high, but it's always a question of will he do it. There's this one serval online, I think his name is Gyro. I know the mom. I'm not sure if it's Gyro or Giro, but he jumps, oh my God, it's like 18 feet. He's incredible. I think it's Jiro. His mom is really cool. She's an artist. Bengals come from ALCs, man. I'm a cat expert. All right. Just my opinion. I don't think they do, but, you know, I know that's what you'll read. I just have worked with ALCs, and I played with some Bengals, and they just don't act the same or look the same or anything the same. And anyway, I've never seen someone take an ALC and breed it with a cat and see a Bengal. And Bengals would be much smaller. ALCs are much smaller. Look how who sleeps like that? He's still doing stuff with snakes or focusing on raising his beauty. I am doing things with snakes. I should have put that out there. I want to spend this time with him though, because there's just a small window of time during which you can bond with them. So, you know, from 6 weeks on, you know, you really want to be there with them. Otherwise, your life is going to be a nightmare, and, you know, you could wind up being cat food. So things could be very different. If you're not with them since they're babies, you can have an entirely different situation. So I haven't been posting much with the snakes, but I will be. You know, I'll never give up snakes. But right now, I'm devoting much more time, and I'm definitely posting more about Pouncer because I want people to share in the journey, if that makes any sense. You can tell Gracie is 12. Please don't have a fight. What kind cat litter you use? I use non-clumping. Yeah, that's good. With them, I find that pine pellets work really well. They somehow just use it. I work with geckos, like leopard geckos, and reptiles in general. That's cool. What do you like more, reptiles or cats? It's a hard question, I know. But if you're staying on a stranded island, let's say, you can only have one animal. What would it be? Would it be like a gecko or a cat? Look at this guy. Look at his belly, all filled up. He's all filled up with grind. Not hard? All right. What's the answer? A cat. Well, it doesn't surprise me. They can hunt for food. Would a cat be a better friend also? I mean, there are iguanas that act like dogs. It depends on the reptile, I guess, and it depends on the person, how you treat them. That's what I think, but people don't agree with my philosophy on reptiles. See, I think there can be a relationship that people don't quite understand, but it's a bit controversial. It can hunt for food, but you sure it's going to share it? It might bring, you know how they bring you birds and everything. It's kind of heartbreaking. The mind, how you doing? What the hell? Exactly it. That's a typical reaction. Well, this is Pouncer, and he's a serval cat. My leopard gecko always hides, and she'll get cold easily, and they'll be hunted. Yeah, the thing with being, you know, cold-blooded. Top S3CR32, how you doing? Oh, yeah, he's a good boy. You're a cat whisperer. That's cool. It is, as long as they're listening. If I could have any feline, it'd probably be 2 black jaguars. Well, that would be dope. Have like a melanistic jaguar. A raven. I think ravens are the most intelligent, maybe the most intelligent animals in the world. And they say that the ultimate test of an animal's intelligence is their ability to use tools. And if you watch ravens and crows, man, they use tools like it's nothing. You know, I'm sure dolphins can, but when you look at a crow or raven using tools, man, they have these problem-solving abilities. You know, it's like the velociraptors in Jurassic Park. Elephants or rats? It's rats. Really. One thing people tend not to have these days are minor birds. I have one in Spain. His name is Federico. He's a trip, man. Sometimes he says things that he really shouldn't say. But he's adorable. And he goes to bed every day under his newspaper at 10:21 p.m. Not 10:22, not 10:20, 10:21. It's got like this crazy internal clock. And it is on the money. He's a sweetie. But at like 4:30 a.m., he makes the sound of a car alarm. He could drive you insane. He's so loud. And they eat fruit. Their poop is really hard to clean. They're really messy. 2 rats, a leopard gecko, 3 cats, and 2 dogs. Jeez. So, do they all get along? I wonder if our love for big cats has anything to do with the brain parasite associated with the cats and their attraction to them. I don't know what that means. Forget it. I'm getting my cat. I can't stand it. Get your cat. Yeah. They all get along. Well, thank God. So, I think it's cute when cats and rats get along. Or a dog and a rat. You know, people don't understand how intelligent rats are. Give them a belly rub. Oh, he's sleeping. Boop, boop, doop, boop, doop. Now I feel guilty. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. I do love your belly. I do love your belly. See, you know, it bothers me. Like I always say, the cats that I feed out there, the outdoor cats, you'll see them in all the videos I post. I love them. And the 6, they just won't play with Pouncer. Like, they really reject him. It's actually, I can't believe it actually bothers me. It's like a thing. Let's see. I think everything is deterministic and it's just a random firing of chemicals. Could be. Or there could be also that whatever it is, norepinephrine, serotonin, and all that stuff, maybe there's a bond that's created between, say, a serval and a person that has to do with our neurochemistry. You know, maybe there's a real physical manifestation that can be measured. That, you know, like sometimes when I'm away from him or Swagger, it's like I miss them like you can't imagine. Not like you just miss a person regularly or an animal, like almost like you need to see them. And I think that might have to do with our neurochemistry. I don't know. Thank you, Gracie. Oh, you're just messing around. I love cats too. They know he's a predator. I don't know. They're predators too. All cats are predators. They're all carnivores. And, you know, Pouncer sits there. He's like, right now, he's like this a little bit bigger than them. It's kind of cute. He's like this giant kitten next to them. And they're pretty much like kittens. They're like 7 months old, so they're ground up. You have a documentary kind of. I keep getting things about my voice. It's funny. Thank you, I think. Like, what's his name? Morgan Freeman. So he's so polite, though. He sits there, and, you know, he's not aggressive at all. He just sits there, and he tries to give them kisses. I just posted a video of it before we went live, and they'll have nothing to do with it. They just want no part of it. They want no part of him. And he's so nice. He just sits there, and then eventually, you know, he'll just sort of go to the other side. Hold on a second. Dre!
Yes, sir.
Yo, look how big the baby got.
What's up, baby?
This is Andre, my neighbor.
Hey, what are you doing?
Isn't he bigger?
Fun? You having all these fun? Okay. You get mad.
Nah, he just like he wants to play. And he was sleeping.
Yeah, I smoked some meat today. You don't smell it? It's okay.
Nah, he wouldn't eat you. He wouldn't eat you.
Cute, yeah.
He's a good boy.
He
Oh,
cute.
he hissed. He never hisses. That's like his first hiss
I
ever.
see the
Congratulations.
ones on.
Look, he's hissing. He's
Yeah,
never hissed.
The ones on YouTube,
Yeah.
they hiss that they on it too.
We're on YouTube now, by the
They
way.
don't do nothing, but they always hiss. And they were like,
Yeah, some people think that's how they communicate. Wow, I'm so proud of him, though. He hissed.
yeah, baby.
He's sorry to be rude.
Come on. Come on.
He's so scared. Wow, I can't believe he hissed.
Your buddy.
The people online say he found his roar. Be a good boy. Be a good boy. Be nice. Be nice. It's just a weird angle. Like you're coming from above, you know, he was sleeping.
He's still shy, yeah.
Wow. You brought out something in him I never saw before. Yeah. Well, have a good night, bro. Thanks. Wow. Can you believe it? Hey, Hassan, wow, you hissed. Wow, congratulations, Pouncer. What a good boy. What a good boy. You hissed. I can't believe it. I can't believe he hissed. Yeah, it's true. They don't get their hiss for a while. But this is it. You just watched it happen. You watched his first hiss. It is a huge moment, man. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations, Pouncer. Wow. Wow. What made you pick now? You know Andre. He's always been nice to you. He's always been good to you. What made you hiss? Bad angle? Wow. Congratulations, buddy. I gotta save this feed. Yeah, your first hiss, and you did like 3 or 4. Hey, Chad, what's up, man? Pouncer hissed his very first time. Extra treats tonight. Absolutely. No, he's a serval. He's not a cheetah. He identifies as a cheetah. He's a serval. Wow. I can't believe he did that. It's just before I was saying, you know, I kind of want him to hiss. And just by the way, if you look online, if you Google it or whatever, Wikipedia, whatever, they're gonna tell you that the hiss is just how they communicate. Yeah, that's so not true. When they hiss, it's exactly what it seemed like here. You know, he's like, "Get away from me! You know, I want nothing to do with you." He's making it abundantly clear. It's like a little bit of a threatening posture, right? You did a good hiss. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations, buddy. Congratulations, Pouncer. That was wonderful. Cats always bring a smile to my face. Yeah, especially at historic moments like this. Wow, buddy, that was something. Wow, you did wonderful hissing, just like your dad. Just like your dad. What a good boy. Wow. I feel bad it was Andre, though, because he's a really sweet guy. He loves cats, and he loves Pouncer. And Pouncer, you know him. You know him. Man, thank you, Chad. His eyes. His eyes are blue. Let's see. I hope they stay blue. They might change. It's the best close-up I can do because he moves. Let's see. Smile. Smile. Show us your beautiful eyes. Of course, he's not going to stay still now. I don't know. Maybe they're changing. They look a little bit less blue, but we're inside the car right now. It's supposed to be blue. They were blue a few weeks ago. Are your eyes changing? Look at ass. They're going to change? Yeah. That's okay. Angelo, how are you, sir? Thanks for coming. How much are these guys and permit? Well, that depends on your state. The permit. Some states don't require it. Like 6 states don't require it. Some states do. What state are you in? And they go for like $5,000, maybe a little bit less if you negotiate. I didn't buy him. He's the son of my other cat who I rescued. Look at this. Look at this little hisser. Man, that was so cool. I feel bad that he did it to my buddy, though. Do you sell those? No, I don't. Murciélago. You know, murciélago in Spanish, it means bat. There's an accent like A. It's the only, if you look at the word, you see it says flaco murciélago. It means skinny bat. You notice anything special about the word murciélago? Well, I'll just tell you. It's one of the few words in Spanish that had every vowel. See, it's got A-E-I-O-U. Do I hear this cat purring? Everyone keeps saying that, and I keep missing it. Are you purring? It might be the car. We have the heat on. We're charging the phone. Honestly, I can't hear. Say hi, Pouncer. He says hi. Greenish. Yeah, that would make sense. If they were blue and now it's mixing in with some brown and stuff, that would make sense. Florida. So in Florida, you could have one with a permit, but they're gonna go out there and you have to have an outdoor enclosure, and they're gonna measure it, and then sometimes like they'll come back a week later with new requirements. So they're sometimes a little bit stringent. But yeah, you could have them with a permit. Just if you have them inside and outside, which is what I personally recommend. Just bear in mind that it's a life-changing, soul-sucking, ego-destroying, crazy intense process about which I will never fully tell anyone. You don't know. It's not what it seems. Right now, he's just tired, chilling in the car. And as good a boy as he is, there are things they do that other cats don't do. Believe me. They are wild animals. And, having lived with swaggers for 4 years, I can really... I think we just faded out for a second. 5. Oh, baby, I saw that blue because of low melon. Melon is still developing. I'm not sure this litter was blue. Can you name him Chad? This is Pouncer. Chad's a nice name. We love it. His name is Pouncer. And boy, does he live up to his name. He pounced on me today, man. Yeah, he is. Angelo. He is. What do you smell? What are you smelling, buddy? That's observant of you. He is noticing something. The neighbor was grilling food outside. It could be that. I don't know. They could smell things that, of which we're completely unaware. Same as the bobcat, yeah. Rusty spotted cat, they're all small cat species, but they're endangered, protected. I think they have the highest kill rate of any cat in the world. I think they have like a kill rate of 60% or something. Has he ever attacked you? No, he's a good boy. He's just a baby. Nah, he wouldn't do that. Even swaggers never attacked me. They don't do that. They don't just like suddenly go crazy and attack. That's just not in their nature. I guess if someone had one and they abused it or they neglected, didn't take care of it, and they just sort of popped in, I'm sure they can get attacked. But if you raise it, they're never going to attack you. It's not like the movie on the chimps or anything. It's just nothing like that. They don't do that. They just don't. I don't care what anyone says. Thank you, Sandra Ramirez. How are you? Buenas noches. This is Pouncer. He says hi to everybody. And sometimes we just come into the car at night and charge the phone because our home charger stinks. And Pouncer's dad was too lazy to get a new one. Does he ever do bunny kicks? Constantly. That's how I got my hands all messed up. Well, half of it. You know how they are. All cats do that. You tickle their belly. You know how they are. They'll hold you at the front, and then they'll tickle you in the back. Yeah, you do. I always wonder if you cut their nails in the front and the back, would that be like a manicure or a pedicure? I can't figure it out. Say hi to Sandra. Say hola. Say buenas noches. That's what he says. He says hi. From California, Pouncer. They tuned in just to see you. Say thank you. Say thank you so much. Say thank you. Pouncer's a very good baby. He really is. I know it's arrogant to say that, but he's just such a good boy. He's really very sweet. He has 2 sisters. One is like him. One is not. One is like Swaggers. He has 4 feet and no hands, so it'll be a Pete cure. I guess you mean pedicure. I guess that's true. Make sure not to cut the red part. No, you don't want to do that. There's a word for that red part. I can't think of it. I will in a second. That's right. It will hurt them and make them bleed. Oh, you know a lot. Yeah, you got to get just the points. And it's hard because you hold there like whatever it is and you squeeze a little bit and it comes out. But sometimes as you're cutting it, like they try to take it away really fast, especially this guy. Or he'll make his arm like really straight because he has long legs and tries to make it so I can't reach. He's very creative that way. Yeah, you are. So I was talking to this vet the other day, just a friend of mine, and he says, you know what you do with the nail thing? He says, cut 1 nail a day. Make it something that They're toe beans. Your toe beans. Yeah, I've heard that. Make it something that, is no big deal. Just let them play with the clip a little bit and then just cut a nail. And every day, forever, just keep cutting a nail. Because by the time you finish, that's the time when you would be retrimming them anyway, right? Yeah, so, it's going to be every 20 days, right? Give some toe bean pics. Speaking of toes and stuff, one thing that I think people should never do is get a cat declawed. Because that takes away, like, the top part of the finger. And they will have pain forever. And they will walk funny. It's a terrible idea. It's like defanging a snake. It's really very cruel. And if you declaw a cat, really, not to be a jerk, but you really shouldn't have one if you need to declaw it. God forbid it ever escapes or something. It's never going to be right again. You're such a good boy. Look at these ears. Look at these crazy ears that look like eyes. You're a silly kid. That's his Christmas outfit that he tried to eat. My old cat is declawed. There's no going back in time. How old is she? I don't think vets should do it, if you ask me. Cats have the right to defend themselves. As do we all. My mom clipped them before. You know how much pain it was for them. 7. I don't think 7 is that old. I had a cat that was 24. Small, deep, big world. Van life. Not sure what you mean. You're a good baby. You guys like his new harness? It's got a new necklace too. It's for her. Uh-oh, another message held for review. Gracie, they held your message for review. She was just saying that. She says she's chubby, let's say. Pouncer's a boy. And he does have a belly. He's filled with grind. He just loves to eat. Like, huge. Oh, you're talking about your cat. I'm so sorry. She acts like a little grumpy lady. Trust me, I understand. I've had so many cats, I don't even have any idea how many. But I know how many servals, boy. 2. And thank you. I also have a Savannah cat. I noticed you're in the car. Do you live in it? Not yet. No. I don't think that'd be a great idea with this guy. No, we're just charging our phone, and we're gonna go out to eat. He actually has a few places that he lives in a couple of states. We got a place in Alabama. We got a couple in North Carolina. We're in South Carolina. We're looking at picking up some places here. My oldest cat currently is 9, and that one's Gracie. Oh, I didn't know she was 9. You seem like you're a real cat lover. That means you're a good person. I would never trust someone who didn't love animals, if I'm being honest. And I never met a cat person I didn't get along with. Look how long he's getting, man. When he would lie in his chair when he first got here, he didn't cross the whole thing. Look at him. I don't know why he makes his feet so his legs and arms over there so straight. But you know how they are. Can I eat with y'all? Yeah. Why not? You think people from online don't come by? You gotta be kidding me. You have no idea. We've made lots of friends from online people. But as long as we know in advance that they're coming and stuff. I can't promise that he'll eat the same time we're eating. He doesn't always do that, He eats, like, he'll play. That's all I do is play, and then intersperse with play, little nibbles, If I ever poke Gracie, she'll start purring right away. No, it's not over-exaggeration. No, I believe you. I mean, everyone thinks their cat is the best because their cat is the best. It's like they bond with you. That cat that bonded with you. You know all the best things about it. She fell. Did you fall asleep? I think he's sleeping. Pouncer's a boy. Are you sleeping? Pretty much he's either playing or sleeping. There's not much middle ground with him. And believe it or not, he does this trick. I've posted it a lot of times. Like I said, Pouncer, go to sleep. And he closes his eyes and goes to sleep, which I realize is hard to believe. Just watch the videos. Not sure how he learned that. He's sorry. I don't think he's ever been sorry, you know. Although there are times like if he were to, how do I put it? Like, I don't know. He's always so careful. Like when he jumps on my face sometimes when I'm sleeping, but he'll never have a claw out. But if he jumps on like my belly, he will. Not to scratch me or anything. It doesn't really even hurt. But he's always so careful. Like when I put my hand on him, he won't bite ever. He'll put my hand in his mouth, but he'll never ever bite. It's not the same thing. You know, he's just so sweet. And I guess if that were to go wrong, I don't know. He just seems like he'd be sorry. She jumps up on the counter, huh? Yeah, that's a big one. That's something that they often do. You could spray it with stuff that's like a repellent to cats if you want to, but when it comes to the counter, you know, yeah, obviously it's going to be for food. That's all right, Sandra. I just thought you might want to know. He has two sisters, though. Look at him. Look at this. You're going to fall, buddy. How far back can his head go? Sometimes he does this, and it takes a long time. He'll go back for, like, a long time. And then it's like he's looking straight up. Like, his head goes, like, all the way back. Citrus, yeah, they don't like that. Any, like, you know, Petco, PetSmart, they'll have it. And then they won't be up there anymore. It depends how important it is here. She tried to eat an orange today. Well, the ones in the pet shop, they find it absolutely repelling. So it's just revolting to them. He's tired because all he does is play. It scares me, though, that he's sleeping now. It means he's going to be very awake all night. Back the camera up. Well, not much more to see. EV43, welcome aboard. That's fire. Thank you for Muzzle. This is Pouncer. And boy, can he pounce. He's scared to jump, but he definitely pounces. You know, the idea was to do a live and Pouncer would play and all that stuff, but this is what he's doing. I don't think so, because his feet are like that. You know, I don't really want to wake him up when he's sleeping. Any toe beans visible? There's really no way at the moment. I like to say I can cat paw fetish. Aren't you 12? Oh, happy holidays. Happy holidays to you. You got two bags. Oh, wow. You got F3. I'm hoping to get one of these beauties in the future. Just trying to get more experience in early generations first. Careful what you wish for. Careful what you wish for, because, oof. You know, they're a handful. I mean, if you keep them outside, if you have a good size enclosure, if you have something like 30 by 30, they'll have a great life. They can stay outside. But if you have one that's indoors and outdoors like mine, then, you know, your soul will be sucked out of your body. You're going to have experiences you can't imagine. I mean, it's life-changing. And you're going to have to give up little things like your home and marriage and your job and move. You don't know. You know, it's so expensive. Yeah, the energy. Oh, man, you said it. Lucifer like the devil. Yeah. You know, the amount of energy they have is, it's just, there's no words for it. You know, they don't get tired. They're just playing, and then they're just sleeping. It's like they're very rarely tired. You know what I'm saying? Hey, nobody. How you doing? I can't even travel to my bank with me in the early generation. Their diets are pretty expensive. Yep. They're very expensive, and anything wild should have whole prey, really. So, like, he has the grind I was talking about before 4 times a day. But pretty soon, in like 2 weeks, he's going to be having the grind twice a day. Let's say it's Monday. He'll have the grind twice a day and then whole prey for the third meal. And then the next day, he'll have 2 whole prey items. I'll mix, maybe he'll get like 2 or 3, but he'll have 2 whole prey meals and then the grind. So every day, and then I'll switch it back and forth. So Wednesday will be like Monday and Thursday will be like Tuesday. I've been watching for 50 minutes. I think you have. Do you have a cat wheel? Not here. I do, and the other, I have 2. That's a really good thing to have. I was thinking of getting one for here. But he has one in North Carolina in 2 places. And we have, how many do we have? 2. Actually, we have 3. And there's one in Alabama. I was going to get one here, but I don't know. They take up so much space. But that's a great exercise thing, for when they're indoors. My friend has one for her outdoor servals, and she has a giant enclosure. But, the more exercise, the better, man. And he is tired. Yeah. It's more like he's sleeping, He's either, I'm telling you, he's either playing or he's sleeping. Usually he's playing. And when he wakes up, man, it's playtime. He'll be sweet for a second. Like, that's the one time you can really, really pet them, when they're just waking up and they are sleepy. But they're going to go right into playtime or go back to sleep. They're not going to ever be awake and not play. They just don't do that. He's going to get big. He'll be up to like, I don't know how tall you are, but he'll be up to like your thigh, pretty much, of most people. So Swagger's weighs like 38 pounds, but he's a really big serval. So I guess he'll be, I don't know. So let's just say between 28 and 32 pounds, something like that. Where's your cute face? I can't get it. You're just smush facing. He's smush facing. So, what time is it? Somebody tell me the time. Because when you're on this thing, you can't see. We may have to go. I don't know. You see how many spots he has, like, on his face? Like, if you really count the spots, you'll see there's so many. I gotta strip my baby molar out. Oh, my goodness. I'm in Indiana, so I'm debating on an F1 Savannah since they're illegal here. Yeah, but they're so expensive. Like, if you get a high percentage F1, they're going to be crazy expensive. You can get them from Russia. And then it's going to come down, of course, to shipping. Is it cheaper to get it, from a non-scammer and have it shipped? Yeah, probably. But to find someone that's a non-scammer, you're going to have to get references from people. Otherwise, they're probably scammers. There's so many scammers. You lost your first tooth when you were 7. I get it. It's 8:30. But you're in California, right? That makes sense. It's so expensive. Yeah, I've seen 80%, which really isn't so bad. Yeah. Remember, though, that, an F1 is going to be sterile. Some F2s are sterile. Look at this face. Look at this face. I kind of like when he's sleepy. I can't stop thinking about how proud I am that he hissed. You guys saw that. That was dope. Pouncer the hisser. Wow. It's funny because we were talking about that today. About 33 years ago then. Thank you, Sandra. Okay, well, you have a nice night. Thanks for coming. 10 grand, well worth it. Yeah, 10 grand, sometimes more. Like, if they get a really high percentage, if they find a way to breed the serval with something that's a high percentage, in which case you'd have to have the serval be the female, then it could be even more. And then there's all sorts of special things that they have that can make it more expensive. Is that a cat? This is a cat. He's a serval cat. He's a sleepy serval cat. African Serval. Thank you. I'll be on many streams. Well, thank you for coming. Appreciate you. Thanks for your participation. Yoshi. That's a Pokemon. You're a Pikachu. He's a Pokemon. He is. He is a sleepyhead. What's up, Leonardo? I love cats too. Cats are the best. I love dogs, don't get me wrong. I'm just a cat person. I'm a snake person and a cat person. And I tell you, if a snake and a cat go at it, it doesn't even matter really what kind of snake it is. The cat's gonna win. They just know. You got 3 cats. What are the names? Thank you, Sandra. Oh, we hope to see you too. Oh, hey, sleepy boy. Sleepy baby. I was gonna let him sleep. Likes to hold the water bottle when he sleeps. Penelope Bartolome. Those are cute names. It's hard to come up with names sometimes. How does he get most of his exercise? Do you have a catio? He has an outdoor enclosure one, and we go to a different park every day for a couple hours. And um, he also has other. We have a few like houses, where we stay in a trailer. So we go there, and he runs around outside. I never would consider having one of these guys and leaving them inside a place. That's just cruel. So he's outside for several hours a day. You can watch the videos. If you go through the videos, you'll see he goes to a different park every day, and we run on the trails and stuff. And man, he keeps me in shape. But it's a mixture of his enclosure and running on in all these places and these parks, and playing inside also I guess counts for something because he's so small now. He can still run inside. Catio, I don't have anyone in any of my places. Oh, thanks. You already something you didn't know. Well, thank you from Pouncer and me. Man, he sleeps well, doesn't he? He sleeps like a baby because he is a baby, but, can make you a little envious. But I always wonder, what do you think he dreams about? What do you dream about, buddy? We dream about the things that we experience, and he's experienced a lot of outdoor scenery, I don't know. I always think he dreams about his toys and playing. I don't know. Will you be seeing Swaggers anytime soon on the weekend? Briley, how you doing? Thank you for coming. On the weekend, hopefully. Swaggers is making babies. He did a good job with this one. But this guy, Pouncer, he really, honestly, doesn't have anything to do with Swaggers, man. He has more spots, and Swaggers has so many more stripes. And to be honest, Swaggers as a baby was like a little dragon. And this guy is just a little sweetie. It's like night and day. He's much more like his mom. She's very sweet. And one of the sisters, he's got 2 sisters. One is just like Swaggers, nuts, hissy and everything. And the other one is really just a sweetie. Well, I'll post him. He's thinking of how that 40K subscriber milestone meal is going to be. I should really watch that more, if I were to do YouTube properly, it would be so much better. If I would actually do it the way you're supposed to do it, if I made more longs and everything, it'd be so much better, but I don't want to, to me, it's just for fun, and I like to share the experiences, and I really like for people to watch Pouncer grow up, and then, in some time from now, look back and be like, yo, I remember when he was just a little baby, because as it is, Moonrock, how you doing? As it is, he's grown so much, He was, 6 or 7 weeks, and now he's 10 weeks, and look at him. He's like twice the size. And it's not like he eats that much, And if you were to lift him, it's like he's filled with helium. He weighs like nothing. Your cat looks like a leopard. Actually, leopards are related to servals. They say, for whatever it's worth, they say that leopards came from servals, even though servals are smaller. I have no idea whether that's true. But if you turn your back on a leopard, it'll attack you, and so will a serval. If you turn your back on a cheetah, they won't, because they're lesser cats. They're a different kind of, it's a whole different thing based on their vocalizations and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, good eye. They're related to leopards. Don't worry about the spelling. Pretty much when everybody makes a spelling mistake online, no one cares, and we can always tell what you're saying. What was your first experience with wildcats or hybrids? Did you start with hybrids or just went straight into owning a serval? I went straight into owning a serval. It's a long story. I posted online, but essentially I was I'm a reporter for the New York Times, and I was in this country called Cameroon in Africa. And the thing with them is they have all these minerals under the ground. There's gold and diamonds and name it. And every time they start to dig to get it up, they go to war with each other, the different tribes. So I was there covering the story. And long story short, Swaggers was with a tribe. He was tied up. He was a little baby. They were going to kill him. I always wondered, why they would do that. Now I wonder, like, what he did to them, knowing him. So, long story short, I traded them something for him. I wound up taking him home, going to New York, finding out that they're illegal there. I had no idea what he was. I didn't know anything about servals. When was this? This was like 4.5, 5 years ago. And so I wound up taking him home and finding out that he's going to become this massive thing. Had to move states. There's a whole massive thing. You don't know. It was just so life-changing. That's why I tell people, I realize it won't be as life-changing as mine because most people are much smarter than me. And I didn't know what he was, and I should have. I just thought he had spots and was yellow. I didn't know anything about this. I didn't know what a serval was. Why would I know what a serval was? Thank you. So he kept growing. Bengals are illegal there, too. Everything's illegal there. I think Bengals are legal, though. I've seen Bengals for sale at cat shops there. It's a whole other story. It's amazing. Well, it's amazing, but I was there to cover the story. I never got the story. I got Swaggers, and man, I got stories. I got stories from those places. I remember I'd go from like little place to little place and meet the different like tribal guys in the airplane. Oh, really? Hey, Brian. I know you, Brian Addington. Probably. Yeah. And so I'm with some tribe trying to learn the language before I found Swaggers, and the guy says, if you would just get a perforation in your nose, a hole, if you just get a hole in your nose, you will have eternal bliss. I said, that's kind of dope, man, but I don't really want to get a hole in my nose, it's just not my thing. So it's like, all right, and we stayed, we ate, had a good time, I took notes, made videos, all that. So pretty much the next day or the day after, I think, I'm in this other tribal place and hanging out with the people there, and the guy says to me, here, sit on my left. I said, all right. And I said, why? He goes, because if you sit on my left, you'll know eternal bliss. I was like, I thought you had to get your nose pierced for that. He's like, no, that's all bullshit. And I was like, you guys are so different from each other, Everyone has their own ticket to heaven. Ladies bring us over, my man is a pet. Oh, your man is a pet smart. Nice. Gordon was, yeah, they're probably SBT, probably Look at this guy. You realize we're all just sitting here at night just looking at a sleeping baby serval? And I'm just sitting here wondering what he dreams about, feeling pride in the fact that he hissed at my friend. Something's wrong with me. Sorry, baby. Sorry, baby. Pure gold. Yeah. It was funny. But it's funny how they disregard each other's beliefs. It's like, it's like he's down the block, figuratively speaking. Like they're not far from each other. You would think they would have picked up each other's like belief systems, at least part of them. So your story, man, it's amazing. Not gonna lie. Thanks. I think. I say I think because I was there to. Bear in mind, I traveled across the world here to get the story. I never got the story. I came home with a cat that caused me to change my whole life. It wasn't what I was planning. I just thought I was just taking a kitten. Look, I traded a backpack for him. I was just taking a kitten, I thought. It was a little tiny thing. I had to give him like a shake, like this protein shake of milk. And I didn't even know what he was. I had to just sort of muddle through it, and then I did a image search to find out what he was. It's a whole story, man, but boy, did I learn the hard way. It's funny how life works. Chilling with the tribe 1 minute, next minute you want to... Exactly. And they had no interest in him. He was like tied up, and you could see the conditions were bad. He was such a little thing to even have him tied up. But as Swaggers got older, I started to ask myself, I wonder what he did to piss them off. Once you know Swaggers, you know. When he was a baby, it wasn't like he was well behaved. Yeah, on the plane there was no problem. You just put them in the box, and you could put them in cargo, which I would never do or recommend. You can keep them with you. At least on Delta, so that was no problem. I didn't know. If he was illegal, I guess I would have gotten caught. I wouldn't have done it knowingly. I don't think it's illegal. I don't know. I guess having him in New York was illegal. That's why we had to move. But I'm talking about the transportation there. I don't know. If the legal, say you have one in Pennsylvania, you land in New York, and you drive to Pennsylvania, that would be illegal. Oh, I just realized that I broke the law doing that. Sorry. Yeah, I broke the law. I didn't mean to. It pissed off Swaggers most likely. I'm telling you, Swaggers, there's a lot of Swaggers. Yeah, you need a CITES permit. I think it's called. It's a whole pen and neck, and you do have to get all sorts of papers. And he's got all sorts of papers. You do have to do that. I forgot about that. Oh man, that was such a pain in the neck. You don't know. And that was in a place where other guys printed in, where it was a whole thing. Oh God, yeah. Why do you have to bring that up? Yeah, I did have that. I didn't know what I was doing, because I thought that would make everything like just easy. I didn't really know what it was. The guy did it and gave them to me because I just bought him to get checked up, and he says this will get you through. Look, I didn't know what I was doing. I still have those papers. Thanks. I'm glad they're with me. Don't get me wrong. They've changed my life so much and for the better. But it's just, I didn't expect for this little cat I found in this faraway place to become such an integral part of my life, right? Who would have thought? It really, I really was surprised when he kept growing and started to act like a maniac. Because the truth is, when they're kittens, you have to tame the kittens. You don't tame the older animal. You have to tame the kittens. I didn't know. I honestly just thought it was like an African cat. There's a cat from Africa that had spots and was like a cool color. Not that I cared about his color. I just figured I'd take him home. I don't know what the hell I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing. Look, let's be honest. I didn't know what I was doing, all right? I didn't know what I was doing. I thought it was a regular cat, and I took him. How long did it take you to get the papers? DMV. Yeah, it does. In that country, it was very fast. I honestly don't remember. I hope the guy was legit. But to be honest, no one checked him. Is that a mountain lion? He wishes. This is Pouncer. Is that a puma? No, not a puma. Not a mountain lion. He's a serval. It starts with an S. Serval. You should look them up. They're interesting. They're medium-sized cats. They're not like the big cats like lions and tigers. But they're also not like kitty cats. They're medium-sized. Like a caracal cat or a lynx. My rich friend, he's such an idiot, didn't do research. So that's like me. I didn't do any research. I didn't even know it was a serval. He was supposed to get it as a kitten. I'm pretty sure he sold a pet. Well, that's rough, man. That's rough on the animal. Because the one thing that'll kill a serval for sure is change. They don't like change. I guess at that age, not much would happen. It was a little baby, but it's not good for them to have change. So, like, if they're in a home for like 2 or 3 years and you move them, they could die from the stress. They don't like that. And in the wild, they have a very clearly defined territory that's theirs and just theirs alone. They don't like when other servals come. Even when it's breeding season, that's just a very brief visit. So, you got to be careful with that. So, and also, they'll bond pretty much to one person, maybe two, but you have to be careful with that. So, what I've tried to do is, like, all the mistakes that I made with Swaggers, I tried to make up for with him. So he goes to different places every day and he meets different people. But even with that, look how he acted with Andre tonight. Like, who would have thought? Who would have thought that he'd hiss? He hasn't seen him in a couple of days. He had his full grown. It didn't look stressed. Well, that's good. Thank God. The females are like markedly more chill than the males. This is not really related to your story, sorry. But the females are, noticeably sweeter. Let's just use that. Look at how he's moving. He's dreaming of running. The females are very chill. In fact, I can't really think of, well, Swagger's baby girl is kind of nuts. I take it back. There are females that I know that are crazy, but they're not really well attended to. Like if you take care of it, well, the females they're just nicer. They're also a little bit smaller. They're easier to manage. They even spray a little bit less. That's a whole other thing. These cats spray unless you really train them well, and like Swaggers isn't neutered, obviously, but that doesn't help. Swaggers does spray because he has bad aim. When he goes to the bathroom, he just misses. This guy, he uses his litter box very well. He really does. The thing is, when they're about 2.5, they want to spray you. They don't do it till they're 2.5 years old. So don't ask me why, I don't know. But this guy does it. We're going to have a long talk. Because that's one thing, man. You don't want to know how I cured Swaggers that habit. That's a whole other story. And that happened in Florida. We were in Florida visiting my brother. He will never do that again. But it's funny how it happens at like such a strange age. I tell you what, I think it's time to go. Appreciate all you guys. Thank you for coming, everybody. It's nice I really like sharing the experience of him growing up with people. I want you to see him like as a baby, and then, what is he, a toddler, and then adolescent, and all of it, and see him growing up. Tonight you got to see his first hiss. This is the first time that he hissed. Hey, Briley. Thank you. So, everybody have a nice night. We appreciate you. And we'll be back. I don't know. We try to go live every day from the different parks. And sometimes at night when we're doing this, because our phone charger is no good inside, we do it here. So, everybody, I was going to say to you, thank you, EV43. And everybody, if we don't talk, have a wonderful new year. All good things. And be blessed and healthy. Thank you once again for coming. And Pouncer says goodbye, even though he's a little tired. You're a little tired, right? Next time, Bradley.